The PAS-225X from Phenyx Pro is an antenna distribution system for UHF wireless mic systems. This thing fixes that big dropout problem that happens when there is a pileup of multiple wireless systems or when you get interference through other systems. This helps stretch the power of your antenna pairs, giving you a more efficient and smooth wireless transmission. And in this video, we're going to go over everything that it does, all of its features. We're going to unbox it, see what's included, what it can do for your live sound and live setups, and hopefully by the end of this video, you will have a better idea if this is right for you. So let's just dive right in. So like I said, this is an antenna distribution system that can connect to multiple wireless systems, and it completely decreases the chances of your signal dropping out than if you were just to not have one. But like I'll get into a little later, this thing is a little bit more on the professional side for those bigger stages, outdoor shows, and most of the time those venues are set up so you don't have to run into too many signal interference problems. So basically, you really won't have to worry about anything with this. Like I said, it's obviously perfect for live shows, big outdoor shows, bigger stages, where some smaller signal interference can happen, and this will completely omit that. So let's unbox this bad boy, and then we'll talk about everything that it does. So let's open up the carrying case that they give you. It's really sturdy. We'll go over that a little later as well. So let's open this up. We first got the antenna distribution receiver. Now I'll go over all these things in detail a little later, but this thing is made out of metal. It's not cheap at all. Here on the back is where we have our RF output B, RF output A. We have a cascade, and this is really important. I'm going to talk about this a little later. We have one for each side. So basically everything on this side is the same as this side. This is where our antenna in goes in for both of them. We have our DC input. This is what turns the bad boy on, because one antenna goes in here and the other will go in there. Now right over here, we have 4 DC power cords, and then there's a bottom section. And this is where we have our 2 beautiful antenna systems, one here. We obviously got our AC adapter to plug her in. We got the other antenna right here. So right here we have 10 20-inch BNC cables. These will plug into our mic systems. Now we also have 2 9.5 feet BNC cables as well. I love that they give you different length options for the BNC cables. That's just super helpful. As you can see, the carrying case is very padded. It has 2 layers to it as well. All of this for under 350 bucks is pretty great, but we'll talk about that shortly. Now, something that I have to mention is that this is not compatible with IEM systems. So wireless transmitter packs for in-ear monitor systems, things like that, it's not gonna work with this. This thing is strictly for wireless microphone systems, so I just wanna make sure you don't get that confused. Phenyx Pro does have other antenna systems for those IEM systems. So if that's what you're really looking for in the in-ear monitor world, then go check out the video. I'll link it in the description. I've also done a demo / review on that. Now this thing should work with nearly all microphone systems, so you should be good with that, unless yours is like a super one-of-a-kind crazy system. Now the great thing about this is that it has a wide RF frequency range from 400 to 950 megahertz. It has up to 8 dB for gain compensation, and that's for insertion loss that can increase your signal range up to 160 feet. Pretty impressive. It's also got that cascade port with external power, which allows you to share a pair of antennas with up to 5 dual wireless receivers. You can even connect another one of these systems to that port for ultimate use if you really wanted to. It's also got a really great carrying case. This thing is heavy duty. You do not have to worry about your system getting damaged with this thing. So it's really easy to carry around, especially if you do not have it in a rack mount. Now the housing system unit itself is very sturdy. It's made from metal. It's no cheap materials, nothing like that, which is great. Now something that I was actually pretty interested and thought was really cool that they added on to this thing is the LCD, let's just say screen, that's on both of the antennas. And it has 16 gain settings on both. And that's what helps with the dropouts, interference, and things like that. That's where you can check all those controls. Now you may be wondering, how can it reject other signals from outside of its coverage area? That's because of the external directional antennas that utilize a log periodic array with a cardioid pattern. So this is how it transmits better gain and lower disturbed sound towards the desired coverage area without dropout. Like I said, you can place this thing in a rack mount to take with you. So if you're going on a bigger tour, or you want to save space by not having the carrying case, and you want to put it with the rest of your other systems, you can do that as well. It has flawless transmission with its unidirectional antennas and has a very powerful signal distribution, making it something you can really count on, which honestly is one of the most important things when it comes to live sound. You need to count on your live gear. Us musicians have enough to worry about, so that helps. So who is this really for? This thing is ideal for an artist that's going on a smaller tour, small to medium tour, or even large tour, obviously, and you're playing on somewhat decent size stages. If you're playing a lot of small local gigs inside, this thing really isn't necessary, to be honest with you. But if those gigs are starting to stack up and you're running into a lot of those interference issues, then this is something to definitely check out. Just because you're not doing a big tour or playing these bigger shows that you may be thinking of doesn't mean you don't need it. So you sort of just have to assess what your situation is and if this is something that's necessary. Now, compared to other antenna systems, other systems like this is actually relatively pretty affordable. I think it's around $340. So if you're looking for that more affordable system, this is definitely the one. Now, just remember, I really want to reiterate this thing does not work with IEM systems. So if you're looking for a system for your in-ear monitors, this will not do it. You can check out another one that Phenyx Pro has. You can watch the video right here. Please let me know in the comments if you have any questions about this thing, and I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks as always for watching, and I will see you in the next video.